Malte,私があなたを愛しているにかには愛していない。Malte, 私があなたを愛しているにかには愛していない。
There's one thing you can expect from me, and that's the unexpected. 'Cause I'm an international super spy. Super spy!
Twinkle, twinkle, lucky star. Can you send me luck from where you are?
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of milk, a container of bread, and a Joe Dirt DVD. A Joe Dirt DVD, Scarlett Johansson, and Treasure from a Fish Tank.
This is not my face. I'm going to show you my face. But these filters have just went too far. If I had this face, I would be robbing men. I should anyways, but I would be robbing them. You best bet I'm going to make some thirst traps with this filter. But hang on. Now that's a damn catfish right there. It's been a long day. But give me all your money. Now.
You like my voice? It turned you on. This ain't nothing. Wait till you see it in the phone.
Yes, Norfolk. And as a matter of fact, I spoke with my father about this today. He said if people on the internet are telling me that I'm pronouncing this wrong, then they're likely not from around those parts. Now, I've heard Norfolk before, but my family says Norfolk, so I say Norfolk.
Oh Lord, when I die, I won't live. The outskirts.
So you were saying you heard what about Mississippi? This is Mississippi.
Honey, I'm from the South. When I say, what did you say? I'm not asking you to repeat it. I'm asking you if you good with Jesus because you about to meet him.
Good morning, my southern sunshiners. How are my folks doing this evening?
Do certain hats make you turn country or southern? I have to try this out. I'm very curious. Well, here we go. So I feel the same. And to be honest, I don't know why I was expecting anything to happen because it's just a hat. So it's not like, baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. What the fuck was that?
Honey, I'm from the South. When I say, what did you say? I'm not asking you to repeat it. I'm asking you if you good with Jesus because you about to meet him.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. Time after time.
So my mom just called and she said, Ashton, what is a doobie? She said, is that some form of like a D-R-U-G? She literally spelled it out. Okay. And I said, yeah, it is. She said, like, which one? And I said, like the Mary Jane. And she said, so it's another word for that? I said, no, it's a joint, Mom. Like, it's a joint. Literally goes, oh, I had no idea. Clearly, Mother, but she just had no earthly clue what a doobie was. Why did y'all name the elf that? I said, well, it was for Scooby-Doo. And she said, oh, well, Santa thought that it was really funny. I said, sure did. So did the rest of the world. But yeah, Mom had no idea. And if you've never tried a dipstick, you need to get one because they are the best thing ever.
Baby, one thing about people from the South, they're going to wave their hand at you and say, hey, how you doing when you passing by them. See, I'm from the South. I grew up here in the South, but after graduating high school, I moved to PA, and I stayed up there for over 20 years. And in PA, listen, you mind your business and you keep on going. But now I'm back in the South. It ain't nothing like an acknowledgement with that hand. Hey, throw that hand up as you driving by. See, they ain't trying to get to know you. They don't care about knowing you, but they will acknowledge you. Boy, that's one thing I love about the South. People gonna speak to you. They gonna offer you help. If they think you need it, oh, you got it. Ain't nobody trying to get to know you, though. They might want to know your business, but they ain't trying to get to know you. Hey, y'all. I love it, baby.
Hey y'all, so I've been getting a few of these comments and messages where y'all are talking about saying that phrase. I don't know, is everybody just saying it? I don't know what's going on. I haven't had any time to be scrolling much lately, so I'm lost on what's in the TikTok world. So just trying to say it. So you just want me to say that phrase? Is that all everybody's doing? Like, why would you be trying to say it? Did you just say it? I'm overthinking it. Alright, so 5 bowls of bowling oil. 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 5 bowls of 5 bowls bowling oil. Am I supposed to say it 5 times fast or something? 5 bowls bowling oil. 5 bowls bowling oil. 5 bowls bowling oil. 5 bowls bowling oil. 5. I don't have to slow down. 5 bowls of bowling oil. I don't get it. 5 bowls of bowling oil. Is that it? Alright, y'all. Well, I hope I did it right. Or I don't know. I probably should have researched it before I did this. It'd be fine.
Something to y'all real quick about Southerners, okay? You can tell a Southerner that a pandemic is finna overtake this entire world. And yeah, we probably gonna go buy up all the ass wiping hand sanitizer, but we probably gonna be alright. Alright, we can grow our own tobacco and food, and we can kill cattle and go fishing and hunting and start campfires, and we gonna be just fine. You ain't got to worry about us none, no, never how on that. You can tell a Southerner that the biggest hurricane that has ever hit God's green earth, 6,000 miles wide with a 100-foot tidal surge, is heading right up your hometown's asshole, and we gonna stare it down like Leonidas and the 300 Spartans staring down the 15 trillion Persians. We ain't gonna bat an eye at it. You can tell us that a damn zombie apocalypse is fitting to go on, and we fitting to do target practice on headshots, and we've been training for this shit our whole lives. But if you tell a Southerner that an Arctic storm is coming, all hell breaks loose. Yankees, your fucking weather's in my yard. Come get this shit and take it back to Kroger country.
Kann dir bitte jemand das Pferd wegnehmen? Das Pferd hat einen falschen Knick, einen Axthieb und lahm ist es übrigens auch. Du machst mich so aggressiv.
All right, son, there's 10 bad sumbitches in this town, and 9 of them send me birthday cards. Man, me and Daryl went to riding to the store in that little bitty truck of his. Son, you couldn't cuss a cat in that sumbitch without getting hair in your mouth. Man, you seen Jerry's new girl? Whew, you talking about ugly. Only thing that looks good on her is distance. Oh, no, you ain't got to worry about Danny. Danny's scared to death of me. Hell, you couldn't melt him down and pour him on me. Well, come on over here, son. I'm gonna get in your eye like an onion. Hell, son, you can't listen to nothing Clyde says. That sumbitch stays lying. If bullshit was electricity, that sumbitch be a powerhouse. But I don't know what in the hell's wrong with your mama. She ain't got out to bed all day. She's as low as a rattlesnake's belly button. Hell yeah, I'm ready, girl. I stay ready, just like a radio. All you gotta do is just turn me on. How much you want for that truck? Pooh, too rich for my blood. Whoo, son, when I was young, you could go down to the Rocket Club, and that sumbitch be crawling with women. Getting a date in there about like shooting a fish in a barrel. Grandbaby went over to Billy's and tried to sell him a candy bar, and you know that sumbitch wouldn't even buy one from her? That sucker's so tight you couldn't get a pin up his ass with a jackhammer.
dusty Dixie road, taking my mind back in time. LA lights burn like hell. Once you know you left heaven waiting down the Dixie road. Every night in a different place, while I search in every stranger's face, trying to find a girl that's just not there. She's back there in Montgomery, and I'm clear across the country. So whenever I'm alone, I go back there, and my heart goes drifting down a dusty Dixie road, taking my mind back in time. LA lights burn like hell. Once you know you left heaven waiting down Dixie Road, and I left heaven waiting down Dixie Road.
Things I find weird about living in the South after being here for like 8 or 9 months. The Dollar General. Why are there so many? I don't understand. That is the weirdest thing ever. Brand preference. Like, so many people are so particular that their mayonnaise has to be Hellman's. Okay, whatever. Sounds good. You tell people you're from Idaho. 9 out of 10 times they don't know what that means, and they think Idaho, Ohio, and Iowa are all the same place. And so then, like, all future interactions with them are just re-explaining that you're from Idaho and Ohio is actually a different state altogether, I guess. I don't know. I mean, close enough, right? Sure, they're all the same. Now, in Idaho, there are obviously diehard fans for, like, the local teams and stuff. But I feel like the general consensus, like, most people don't care that much. But down here, everybody cares. And everybody cares a lot. And they take their football very seriously. And, I mean, I'm sure that's fun, but I'm just not used to it. The food here is so good. Amazing, extraordinary. However, it is so salty. Every single time we go out to a restaurant, when we get back, I feel like I'm just guzzling water because it's the saltiest food I've ever had in my life. Again, I'm just not used to it. It's just weird that I've never experienced so much salt in my food before. The nicknames get to you also. I mean, I think sometimes people are making fun of me. I'm sure they are. That's fine. But, like, they're, like, kind of endearing, but then also kind of not. Like, I am familiar with the, like, oh, bless your heart. Like, that's definitely not endearing. They're 100% making fun of you. That's fine. But I mean, like, there was, like, someone calls you, like, hey, sugar, or, like, honey bun, or anything like that. That's weird to me. Like, in Idaho, you'd never be called anything. Like there's just no nicknames. You don't have nicknames for just random people you meet. But here, everybody has the nicknames, and I guess that's all right.
Let's make Southern style chicken stew. So I start by making my own chicken stock. I cook the chicken in water with onion, carrots, celery, garlic, and herbs. I used rosemary, thyme, and sage. So you get out the larger pieces just with a spoon, and then you just drain it. And look at all of that flavor. So you have to skim off the fat, and I heard about this bread method, but I didn't really think it was working, and it was just soaking up a lot of the liquid. And so I just decided to do it like I always do, which is just with a spoon. It's very tedious, but you have to do it. Now I made a roux, so I used a whole stick of butter and some flour and just whisked that all together. And then after that, I decided I wanted a little bit of a thicker roux, so you'll see me in just a second add some more flour to this. Now, you have to make sure and really cook out that flour. So stir, 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 and cook it long enough before adding your liquid. Otherwise, you will taste the flour. So I added in total about 1/2 to 3/4 of a gallon of milk. And then I'm also adding in some of that chicken stock that I made. And then you're going to pull the chicken off of the bone. This takes forever. But there is so much flavor in all of this chicken because I cooked it when I made that stock. So it's so yummy, but it just takes forever. And then I had a shadow, so I decided to share some chicken with him. He stared me down pretty much the whole time. So make sure you're getting all of that white meat, all of the dark meat. You just want a combination of the two. And just be very tedious with it. And then I shredded the chicken right into my stock pot. Stir, stir, stir. And then I added some pepper and some salt. And I just let that cook for like 30 minutes and it was ready. I prefer crackers in my chicken stew. You can add hot sauce. You can do oyster crackers. You can just make it however you like it. But I just love me some crackers. Yum.